Okay, and that is it. This is the Baddie Glam full makeup look. Chef's kiss. I'm just obsessed, and I promise you this is gonna last you all day long. Shout out to my girl Shanell Sorell for breaking it all the way down. She is the queen of Baddie Glam, so give her a follow on all of her socials. The full product list is going to be down below in the description. Let's get into this Baddie Glam. We're starting with the Prada Augmented Skin. This is a really beautiful moisturizer, and it's perfect as your first step to your makeup routine, as your skincare step, of course. My skin is pretty normal right now. It's a little dry because of allergies around the nose, so I'm just gonna focus a little bit more moisturizer in that area. Why am I so aggressive with moisturizer sometimes? Sometimes I watch the replay of when I do videos and I'm like pulling my face, dragging the moisturizer everywhere. It just looks crazy, and I've had to literally train myself to be like, when in reality, behind the scenes, I'm like pulling my skin. It's probably not the best for me, but you know, c'est la vie. Next, we're gonna kind of let this soak into the skin, and we're gonna start with our brows. So for this Baddie Glam, starting with the eyes first is key so you can get a very sharp, snatched look. So we're gonna first start with our NYX brow pencil here. It's the Micro Brow pencil. My brows are laminated, so it's really nice that I have kind of an outline to go with. So I'm just gonna fill my brows in like this, starting at the front a little bit, flicking it up. Not a heavy hand whatsoever, just going with my natural brow shape. I'm gonna go right here, and I like my brow to be a little bit more straight out. It just gives that more lifted look at the end. We're gonna go like this, boom, and follow that. And it's just very light. I love this espresso shade because it's not black. It's like a nice warm brown, so it kind of just very subtle when it comes to the brows. I don't want my brows to be poppin'. Back in 2012, that was like the pop-in brow era where we were all using Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade for that dark brow right here, and then the ombre like over here. I just remember those days, guys. It was a time for makeup. That's when I think Baddie Glam really took off, honestly. The, what is it called? Like the shadows? Why am I forgetting? Why am I blanking? It's like the smoky eye. The smoky eye, the crazy smoky eye looks with the black gradient eye, like crazy. It made my eyes look so small. Like I could never really do a smoky eye because it would literally just be like white and then black. And I was like, where are my eyes? Okay, this side is done. Let me do the other side really quick. We're gonna go ahead and speed up this part. Even this out. Does that look good? I think we look pretty even there. The next step is actually getting this cleaned up under here and then concealing the whole eye and setting it so we can start our eyeshadow process. Taking this Gucci Longwear Concealer in the shade 34N. I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hand here. I'm gonna get my Makeup by L'Oreal A19 brush. It's the one with like a flat edge right there. We're gonna start with one brow first. I'm gonna start with this one, and we're gonna just start cleaning it up under here, dragging it down a little bit. Just add more product here, blend that out, and get it all over the lid. We're gonna take this Jessup Domed Blend Brush 201. We're gonna pat this into the lid all over and just get that nice and blended out. Get all over and out here as well. So good. I feel like this concealer matches my color perfectly. That is all set. Now we're gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. This is the complexion powder, and we're gonna just take a little poof here and rub it in, tap out the excess. The color for me, sorry, I didn't even show you guys. I am the number 2 medium color. Blend that out, and we are gonna set this top of the eye here. Make sure there aren't any creases and just dab it out. We're done with that. I'm gonna do the other side super quick. So both eyes are concealed and set. Now we're gonna go into our first step of the eyeshadow, which is actually taking a bronzer. I'm using the Patrick Ta She's Bronzed. This is the bronzer I use for my face, and we're gonna just start working this into our eye. It's gonna kind of be that transition color, and I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It's gonna look really good. I'm gonna start with this eye first, and we're just gonna start working it up here and kind of blending it out into the temple area. area. Using a fluffy brush, we're using the L'Oreal Morphe Collab A11, and then we're just gonna start getting it blended out in this upper area, also working it into the eyebrow. Don't be scared of the brow and working it all the way up there. It makes the eye look a lot bigger than focusing all of the color down below. That makes the eye look smaller. Get up here, bring the color out here to your temples, play around with it, you know? My skin has been annoying lately. Well, it's mostly because I love gluten and I'm allergic. The ways that it manifests on my body is through eczema and also these little raised bumps on my head. I don't know if you can see it right now, but I just get super frustrated at myself because I know it's a me problem. Those are my issues today. So we're blending that out, working back and forth until we just get to the desired depth, that look of depth that we want. And as always, what you do on this side, you're gonna do the exact same on this side. So we're gonna get that worked out right now. My eyes are asymmetrical. I think everyone's eyes are asymmetrical, unless you're Bella Hadid. This eye wants to crease like right here, and I have the hollow of my eye right here. This eye is just a little bit more open. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, to really pay attention to placement and things like that when applying eyeshadows and eyeliner specifically. My crease right here goes down further here versus this one doesn't go down as far. And so that also dictates where I start my liner. Really like taking my time to start building out this inner nose area because that really does help with the pop of contouring the nose. Gives that elongated effect. I think this looks pretty good. Next, we're gonna go into our Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Matte's original palette. The trick is to get a slightly deeper and warmer brown, and we're gonna start building this outer edge over here. That's where I like to take my MAC 217 brush, kind of like this. We're gonna get a little bit of that brown. I'll show you guys again. Tap off that excess. What we're gonna do, look surprised, we're going to start on this outer edge here. I like to lightly place and then roll it out. This is gentle tapping. Once we know where we want to tap into, I want to start building out the depth of this eye a little bit more. So we're gonna go like right in the hollows here. Bring it up, start rolling it out, and we're gonna flick it out so that we create that snatched look. So keep going back and forth, lightly going back and forth. And when in doubt, blend it out. That is my motto. So we're gonna start building out this hollow here. And I know that my eye crease is down here, but we like to pretend, okay? We're going to just start working that in, building out that hollow there. It gives more of that like open eye effect. And again, don't be afraid to go into that brow bone. Makeup is all about just playing around, trying new things, and doing it over and over again, because the more you practice, the better you're gonna get at this. When I learned this Baddie Makeup Glam by Shanell Sorell on TikTok, it was like a 10-minute video. I watched it like a million times, and I did it every day for like 3 weeks, and I got pretty good at it, I will say. She just uses like, I think she uses a liquid liner in it, but I like to do more of a smoky eye and kind of add that signature touch. So that's kind of where my difference comes in. And I don't use the same products, but it's pretty much the same technique. Shout out to my girl. So keep building this until you reach your desired depth, vibe. I'm just gonna kind of work it in over here. Is she desirable? Have we made it? I think we're good. We're gonna go back in with this little fluffy brush here and just kind of like blend and diffuse a little bit and then blend out. That looks good for me. I'm gonna do the other eye super quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, I actually just finished placing the lighter color and also just doing the winged out vibe that we did on this side. So I'm gonna just show you how we do the lighter part here. So we're gonna take that same Makeup by Mario palette, and then we're gonna go into these two colors here. I'm more tan, so I tend to just wanna like mix these two together. And then if I want it a little bit lighter, I'll add it to the parts that I want highlighted. So we're gonna mix the two together, start working it in the middle right here, and just trying to essentially highlight right here. We're using a flat brush. This is just a Jess Up flat eyeshadow brush. I don't have a number for you guys, but I will link it in the description. We're gonna just start placing everything. We're gonna stay right in this perimeter here. We're not gonna go above the hollow. We're just gonna kiss the hollow of the eye right there. Do you see? And because this eye likes to crease in the middle, we're just gonna place over that so it looks even with this side. Do you see that? So it does create that illusion of symmetry without being 100% symmetrical. And I feel like the more product I put on my eye, the more this kind of opens up a little bit. So it helps a little bit, but definitely try your best to make it look symmetrical on both sides. And again, it's all practice, all doing this again and again and again, figuring out how your face looks, try new techniques, try different liner looks, try different eyeshadow looks, and just play around with it. Makeup is meant to be fun. We don't start off amazing at makeup. I mean, this took years and years and years of just watching, consuming, and practicing. You can just see that I am like dabbing, packing on that color onto the lid right here. Then we're gonna take this brush here, again, your MAC brush, and just using whatever product is left, I kind of like to go back, start working in here a little bit, diffuse things out, take your big fluffy brush again, work back and forth and diffuse everything. It'll make it a little more subtle, blend everything out. I feel like my eye skin is really patchy right now because of my gluten allergy. It looks a little patchy to me. I don't know if you could tell, but we're just gonna keep it going. We're not gonna let a little patchiness ruin the entire tutorial. That's one thing I've been practicing lately, is like trying not to show up perfect every single time. Today, I didn't even want to film. I'm so tired. I'm in my luteal phase. And you know what? Here we are. We're filming. It's not that big of a deal. I don't even have a script. I didn't write it out. I mean, I don't typically write out my makeup scripts, but I usually have like a plan of all the things to follow. But this time I was just like, you know what? We just need to crank out the content and start practicing less perfection. I don't want to be perfect. That's not who I am as a person. I do love to be like nitpicky about the details, but if we're doing that with every single piece of content, you're never going to post anything because it's never going to be exactly how you want it. That's my little tidbit, my little TED talk while I'm trying to find my freaking liner brush. So we have our clean waterline liner brush. This is the Jessup 215, and we are taking our Inglot liner. This is a gel liner, tried and true, and we are going to start building out our smoky winged liner. I like to take a little bit. If you see my other videos, that's why I said again. But if you're new here, this is the trick. Take a clump of that gel and start warming it up on the back of your hand like this. My little tricks. And then we're gonna work very lightly, very carefully on our winged liner. So I'm gonna start with my annoying asymmetrical eye. Just kidding. You know, we all have that one eye, right? I have lash extensions on. I like to just shove them away inward to kind of reveal that outer corner here. Hopefully you guys can see this. I have to carefully walk you through this. So for me, my waterline, it's rounded out here and then it kind of like opens up right here. And then I wanna create like that 45-degree angle, maybe even a little less out here. This is gonna make the eye elongate. I draw a line out here. Gosh, connected. Okay, I don't know if you see that, but this is good. We have that angle right here, okay? And we're staying really tight lined, okay? We don't wanna do too much because then we're gonna go in with shadow and smoke it out a little bit. So stay close here. You see that? Now we're going to find this brush here. This is the Makeup by Ariel A18. It's a little smudger brush. I like to go into the dark brown, darkest brown in the Makeup by Mario palette here. I like to start working it really tight to what we already drew out and start working it out a little bit. This has kind of dried. Typically what I like to do is kind of like work back and forth, but I'm gonna just smudge this out as much as possible and kind of like start drawing a triangle. Hope I'm making sense. But this area is essentially a triangle that connects to the part of my eye, looking straight here. So my pupil is here, and the very edge of this outer pupil, I'm making a triangle. I mean, kind of a triangle, but boom, and then fill everything in right here and not going over the rounded out part of my eye here because that will make my eyes look more round. I want them to look very sultry and snatched. We're just gonna work this out. And again, we're gonna clean this up, so be messy with it. Be an artiste. It's not about like perfection, okay? You can always clean it up after. That's the beauty of it all. Pulling it out back and forth. Ugh, I totally told myself I was gonna like make all this content, and I don't know when part of my day is like disrupted my maybe client. I work in skin, so I had one client today and it's just like that minor disruption for my freaking ADHD. I don't even know if I have ADHD. It's maybe just a normal person thing, but like that one moment of disruption, The day is gone, but no, it's not. I told myself I was gonna make a YouTube video today. I'm actually, after this, going to rant and speak into the content creator side of all of these things. Those are my 2 big to-do list items today, and then everything else is extra credit. I don't know if you can tell, but here's my liner. And we literally drag her all the way out here. I'm gonna grab more of this gel liner and Tightline here until that area. I feel like I'm seeing now that I might need to even drag this out a little bit here. My skin is a little dry on my eyelid, which is so annoying, but your girl needs to stop eating gluten. That's really just what it is. How can you stop? I think that looks good for this eye. I'm gonna finish this eye and then I'm gonna show you how to clean it up. Now that we're in our raccoon era, and I look like that one raccoon, I don't even remember what cartoon it was. It was probably like Pocahontas or something like that, but it just like, you know. We're gonna clean this up. So now we're gonna clean up the eyes. The trick that I learned from Shanell Sorell is take a lotion, like a face lotion, and take a flat brush similar to the concealer brush. You're gonna take a little bit of face lotion there and grab a clean concealer flat brush type vibe, and you're gonna just slowly start working it out and off of the face. You guys know I love my Jessup brushes. We're taking the flat definer brush and just getting a little bit on there. We're gonna work just very lightly back and forth to see how this looks overall. So take this brush and I'm gonna just start carving this out until we get to where we wanna be. Start farther away because it's easier to just work a little bit than to take everything off and then just completely mess up and then take all your makeup off and just stay inside and be really sad because you just messed up on that one little part. So that's what it looks like now. It's still a little bit too out there. We're gonna just tighten this up a little bit. I think I'm gonna go just up a little bit more there. Just check my eye in the mirror and see what it's looking like. I think we can cut it off right here maybe. Does that still look crazy? Maybe a little bit. Now I have eyeliner blindness. Is this too crazy? Yeah, that's too crazy. I don't want my liner all the way up there. Like, okay, we're almost there. I don't want my eyeliner dragging out all the way there. Let's cut that off somehow. Is that better? I think that's a lot better. Okay, I didn't expect the liner to take that long, but I think we made it. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side now and not take as long, hopefully. After working back and forth for like literally 30 minutes, we finally got here. So the eyes are just looking very nice and elongated here. Next, we're gonna go back and take that same liner brush and just start tightlining right under here. We're gonna come back to the inner corner a little bit later, but I just wanna get this a little under the eye here, waterline. That looks good. Yeah. The hard part is actually over. That was the longest part of this whole makeup look. So if you made it this far, congrats. We did it together. And now we're gonna go into just the full face. Let's get into it. We're gonna go in with our YSL primer here, working that all over. Definitely need it up here for some of my bumpy spots on my forehead. Fill in those pores, just get everything blurred out. In with our Luminous Silk Giorgio Armani, color 7.8. This is my tried and true. Taking this It Cosmetics, it's like a kabuki brush. It's the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection. It also has this side here, and I feel like you could just do like little touch-ups or your concealer. So we're gonna go 2 pumps, and I like to warm it up a little bit on the back of my hand. Now we can go in with foundation. So again, 2 pumps here. I'm gonna be out of this foundation soon. Dab it on the back of your hands. Start working it in. Pressing into the skin. And not getting all the way under your under eye, but right on that edge here. I love the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk because it's so buildable and it's really nice for my skin. So I have pretty normal skin. I do tend to get oilier throughout the day, just as everyone else does, but I'm pretty normal and then just a little bit more dry around the nose area. I feel like the Giorgio Armani is like just so good at giving me that very luminous, hydrated look to my skin while staying pretty medium coverage. It's not super full coverage, but I don't feel like my skin needs full coverage, so I always tend to go a little bit lighter / medium. Do not judge my beauty blender, but I'm just gonna press this all into the skin. Just make sure it's all even. The skin looks like skin. My allergies are killing me. Let's just do a little, always keep a little towel or some little cotton rounds near you. I feel like that is some even application. Next, we're gonna contour our face. So I'm taking my Just Up brush like this. This is my nose contour. We are gonna go into this new palette that I just got, the Mary Phillips contour palette. So pretty. You could obviously see that I use this up. I really like the pigment in this a lot. So I'm gonna take this medium color here and I'm gonna contour my nose. I like to warm it up on the back here. She's so pigmented and it's the perfect cool medium brown. I like to go straight across on the nose and do my little line situation right here. Then we start from the brow area and really, I'm just lightly going down here and just drawing a straight line to connect. You see that? She's forming. The nose contour is defined. She's snatched. She's becoming the nose contour she never knew she needed. We're just gonna draw straight, and then because I love a little button vibe, just draw straight across. Doesn't have to be perfect, because you know what? We are gonna blend this out as well. She might be a little intense right now. That's okay. We're gonna go back in for her. She's thriving. Next, we're gonna go in for the actual contour of our face. I'm gonna use that same color here. This is the BK Beauty brush. This is amazing for contour. And again, warming that up on the back of the wrist is importante. Right there. Just get this all over the forehead and work into your hairline. This palette is so good. I am obsessed. It's just so pigmented and it blends really well. I am a tried and true girly, and so trying new products is scary for me, but this takes the cake. I'm really a big fan of this palette. We're going back into that same color. I'm dabbing a little bit in that darker color too, because I want an intense snatched face. This is where I do my little model look. Place the contour above the cheekbone. When you do it above, you create that lifted effect. It's already looking lifted. And gently tapping into the skin, slightly above those shadows of your face. My shadows naturally go right here, and my face is at rest. You see that? So I'm gonna just follow the natural contours of my face, but just slightly above it, right? There we go. Look at how pigmented that is. That is just beautiful. When you get to this temple area, I like to bring that medium shade up here, and it helps just further elongate that shadow into that hairline. Boom. I feel like that is a good base for me. And again, we're not going underneath over here. We're gonna slightly go on it and slightly above it to create that snatched jawline effect. Using the same two colors, medium and a little bit of that darker brown color. Contoured, no contour yet. All right, let me contour this side. Now I'm gonna go back in with the lighter shade of concealer that we used on the lids, and I'm just gonna focus a little bit right on this under eye here to just brighten, just ever so slightly. So I'm gonna just work this out here. Perfect, and then work this side out. Everything's looking so good. So next we're gonna get this beauty blender again, and we are gonna just blend everything out. One thing I'm actually gonna do is go back in with a Hope and just boom, boom, to right there and dab this out. Now we're gonna take the beauty blender and I'm gonna work out my under eyes and just kind of press it into the skin so that everything starts coming together. I'm gonna just start right here, and all those creases are gonna just start, all the colors are gonna start blending out. This is where I like to go over my nose contour as well, because then it just takes away the intensity. Go over here, press into the skin, and do that with the whole face. This is what it takes to get a full glam look that is seamless and lasts a long time. Make sure you don't crease, so keep those eyes wide open. We're gonna take our Huda Beauty cherry blossom powder. You can always go back in with the beauty blender and just get this under eye here right before you go in. We're gonna tap into Huda Beauty cherry blossom powder. No, this is not going straight on your face. You're gonna always tap off the excess. This is good. Right here, little triangle. Hey, look at that side. It's giving Baddie. I don't know what else to say. And it's giving pinky, that undertone, I don't know. And we're not done yet, is the thing. That's the fun part, is like, this is gonna look so freaking good. So I like to just drag it here, go to the other side, gonna set right here. Gonna go back into that translucent powder and keep building this out. Get the chin. Okay, look at that. So good. We're gonna set the rest of the face. I like to use the same translucent powder. That's just me. We're gonna just go down here, upside down triangle to get that area there. Do a little nose. I like to kind of press above and into the eyebrow here with a translucent powder. This is beating the face. You're just beat her up with a powder puff. I wonder where the term beat your face came from. It has to have been that, like, I don't know the origins, but we're gonna find out. If anyone knows, comment please down below. So now we're just setting everything. Don't forget the jawline. I feel like this is gonna be another long video, so I'm sorry. But you know, more to come, more videos. This is what tutorials are about. They're just a little bit longer, but we go through everything together. If you made it this far, y'all better hit the subscribe button because there's gonna be more of this, more makeup, but just more creator entrepreneurship stuff. Anywho, now we're gonna bring back the color to our face, going in with the Morphe L'Oreal collab A58 brush. Patrick Ta right here. She's bronzed. Let's bronze her up, baby. So starting out here, I just like to tap in, really build that color back into the skin and just kind of go over the areas that we did the cream contour. Get the forehead and get it into that hairline there. Don't be afraid to come down a little bit too. And we're gonna get down on the lower face. Then we're gonna go in with our nose contour brush, this little flat fluff brush. It's the Dress Up Blends Shadow Brush, but I like it for my nose contours. Going back with that bronzer color, starting up here in the brow and working your way down, following again that same cream contour line. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just emphasizing that deeper cream contour line again. All right, color is back. She is back in full force. Next, since we're using the bronzer still, I like to go onto my under eyes and kind of start finishing this up. So I always like to contour my bottom, the bottom eye area, and just kind of working back and forth with that color. This brush is the A20 by L'Oreal and Morphe, and we're just kind of blending that out. And then let's go back in and finish up everything with the eyes now that we're focusing on this. Going back with Inglot, same brush, same liner brush. We're gonna do the inner corner again. I showed you guys in another video, if you haven't watched it before, that everyday makeup video is available and up. So we're gonna work really lightly. My natural eye likes to go down, okay, like that. But for that sultry snatched elongated look, we're gonna work towards the nose versus going down with a natural eye. Let me try to zoom in. So I don't know if you see it. I'm gonna use the back here, but it goes down like this if you were to follow the natural eye, but we can do whatever we want. Make sure this is sharp as well. So the same thing with creating a triangle out over here, we're creating that triangle over here with our inner. Deep breaths. You have to be really careful with working the inner corner because one misstep will mess up your whole day, maybe your whole week. But we don't let things affect us like that. It's a 5-minute funeral over here, okay? 5 minutes, grieve about it, and then let it go, baby. And then start your makeup over again. I'm just kidding. Okay, I actually think this looks really good. So we're just gonna do the other side here. I think we got it. Okay, so the eyes look like that, but wait, there's more, of course. We have to set this because she's gel, she's activated. She wants to smudge a little bit. So to further set the gel liner, we're gonna go back with that eyeshadow brush, this one. We're gonna go into the lighter color here. And you know, just like how we like our inner corner to be brighter, we're just gonna set right under here. Okay, now we're pretty much finished the eyes, so I'm just gonna brush this out here And let's finish the rest of the face together. Okay, next we're gonna go in with a blush. So I have my Patrick Ta, not too much, and we're just gonna pull a few other blushes just to build that very like baby doll, baby girl, Baddie Glam blush. That is just, when you see it, you see it, okay? I showed you guys pictures in the beginning anyways, so. I'm just gonna start building this out with a light pink. You're not gonna see this too much. Again, this is not too much, so, especially for my tan skin. And I'm placing this in with a Morphe G8 brush. This is an ancient brush, so I don't even think they have it out anymore. It's so subtle, but we're gonna keep adding more. That's the fun part about this look, is just the layers of blush. I will just start like building on more blush. So we're gonna use this color, She's Flushed. I'm gonna focus this on this outer part of my face, here. Bring it over here. This is deepening it a little bit more for my skin tone. I really love the look of that. I don't know if you can even tell. It's more pigmented in person. We're just gonna keep working this in, bring it over the nose just slightly. This might seem like a crazy step, but I always really admired this step. It's out of my comfort zone, but I think it just makes it even more of that baby doll kind of look. You're gonna take this kind of fuchsia-ish color if you have it. I just so happen to have this color. Now this color is crazy to me. I wouldn't normally be like, oh my God, I'm gonna go for that color. But I swear it just adds that pop, and you don't need too much because it is super pigmented. I'm gonna place with this brush here. So just a little bit and just keep it focused on this outer area here. And if you do too much, use translucent powder, put it over. When in doubt, blend it out, okay? Oh my God, I love it. I would have never thought to grab this color, but it looks so, so good. Next, we are gonna take a pink highlighter, and that's gonna tie everything in. That's just gonna make the blush pop more and give a nice highlight effect while staying pretty matte in all the right places. We're in luck because I just got this PR package from Patrick Ta. This is just like baby doll Baddie Glam, like everything it encompasses. I don't even think you can really see how beautiful this looks in person. I feel like this really ties the look together. So we're gonna use the Patrick Ta highlighter brush, and we're just gonna go in. I feel like this is like better. I don't know. It's literally called Baby, so baby girl. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Hold on, look at this. Oh my God, that is like the perfect. I'm shook, look at that. I am just obsessed. Patrick Ta, okay? You are a freaking king genius. I'm clocking that, okay? It's clocked. This is the Baby Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting Translucent Highlighter Duo. Look at that. This is the baby doll Baddie Glam look that you see all over Pinterest. This is it. We're gonna go in with the Dior highlighter palette. I'm gonna grab this gold color here, and I just take a little bit on the finger and I just go on the bridge of this nose here. Just nice and controlled on the bridge, not the tip. Next step, before we set everything, we're gonna do the lips. So right now I have some lip balm on, and I just like to take a little towel and wipe that off. Make sure to get any lip skin off if it's giving like crusty. Then we're going to take my little nubs of liner, Dark Chocolate by Makeup by Mario, and the Travis color. So we're gonna go in with a dark chocolate, and what I like to do is go over this. You're going to essentially just, when you get to this point, don't overline, follow your lip line. Gives you that little pouty look. And then here, overline a little bit, and then I don't know if you guys hear my dogs in the back. His girlfriend Potato is over hanging out for the day, and I believe she's getting picked up right now. That's looking good. I like to blend it out here and ombre it into the lip for a nice transition. I don't know if I mentioned this, but when I am doing my upper overlining of the lip, I don't do the exact Cupid's bow and just like sharpen it out. I feel like not a lot of people do that anymore. But what I do is I do the little like overline in this middle Cupid's bow area because it gives that nice lift effect. So we're gonna go in with a Charlotte Tilbury KKW, and I just like to focus on the center of the lip a little bit. Okay. It's not too much. I feel like on my lip it can look a little bit cool tone if I go too overboard. I think that's enough for that. And then with Travis, I like to go back in and kind of just blend it all out with Travis. And because this is more of that Baddie matte in all the right places, I'm not gonna put a gloss on the lips. I think I like it the way that it is. Do we like it? It looks so good. I wish the blush could be a little bit more pigmented on camera, but it's like the perfect amount right now. Let's lock this in with our setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, another tried and true. Dab it in so you don't get little droplet marks on the face. This is a trick I learned from my friend who is a luxury bridal makeup artist, #1 in Seattle, okay? And let me know in the comments what else you guys want to see makeup-wise, creator-wise, just anything. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.